So we got a new segment. Hopefully nobody steals this segment because, they like to steal stuff on the internet. They don't just borrow it. They steal it and they want to claim ownership with it. So hopefully nobody does this. I'm not the first person to think of it, but, people in the community be stealing. That's all I'm saying. So I got a grievance. I have a beef with the Detroit Lions. I have a grievance I want to air out. If you watch me, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been on the internet since 2017, 2018. I really started getting serious about it in 2019. And I wanted to tell you what my problem is. One of my issues, and why do you get the type of person that you get when it comes to the Detroit Lions? There is one statistic that every Lions fan must know. You can't call yourself a Lions fan without even knowing it. Now, it's not that the Lions became the Detroit Lions in 1934. It's not even that one. I would forgive you if you didn't know that, right? It's not about any one player. It's about that the Lions are one of 4 teams to never go to a Super Bowl. There are 3 stats that go together. 1, the Lions are one of 4 teams to never go to a Super Bowl. 2, the Lions are the only NFC team to never go to a Super Bowl. 3, the Lions are the oldest team in the NFL to never appear in a Super Bowl. Now, one day that will end. Will you see it? Will I see it? I don't know. I'm just being real. We was close. 1991 and 2023. Maybe every 32 years it happens. If that's the case, then I'll be 70. No, I will be 80 years old. I'll say, oh my God, I'll be 78 the next time this happens. Now, am I being hyperbolic? Of course I am. But am I really? Is it that far out to think that maybe it doesn't happen for another 32 years? I mean, only 2 teams do it. Only 1 team per conference. So while we wait 32 years in between NFC championship appearances, while we wait, that gets tough. It gets tough. Now, this ain't same old Lions. Same old Lions is dead to me. That's a thing that doesn't exist anymore. Same old Lions, to me, was deeper than losing. It was a culture thing. It was an ownership thing. All that stuff is over with now. But at the same time, we still, everything that we did win the NFC North for the first time in the 2000, it was 22 years of realignment at that time. And we finally won it. Then we won back-to-back. And who knows, we could three-peat. Where now we got three consecutive NFC North championships, which would be great. I'm not taking anything from that. But it is what this team has yet to accomplish. It is the fact that I feel like the Lions are in a class all by themselves. When people tell me to relax, it's irritating. As a Lions fan, I shouldn't be relaxed. You shouldn't be relaxed. I'm not one to question somebody's fandom, but it's kind of weird to me. How can you say, as a Lions fan, to relax in anything? Relax for what? If you relax too much, you might relax yourself out of existence. Like, that's where we are. So when I tell you that the Detroit Lions are the oldest team in the NFL to never appear in the Super Bowl, it hit different, don't it? When I tell you that the Lions are the only NFC team to never appear in the Super Bowl, it hit different, don't it? The Jacksonville Jaguars, created in 1993. I was in middle school. Your Detroit Lions are with them. We've been around 60 years longer than them. Why? What are you talking about? How can they? We should have been to a Super Bowl. You got the Houston Texans, a franchise that's 22 years old. Why are we what are we talking about? We got many, many decades on them. And then you have the Cleveland Browns, which, by the way, started over in 1999. The Cleveland Browns became the Baltimore Ravens in 96 and then became the Cleveland Browns again. They were deactivated as an NFL franchise. Your Detroit Lions go from the Portsmouth Spartans to the Detroit Lions to the oldest team in the NFL to never be in the Super Bowl. That is why. That is a grievance. That is why I demand what I demand of this football team. It's nothing else. I want to know what it feels like to win. Here it is that Les Snead and Howie Roseman are making Super Bowl caliber moves while we have a GM who's quiet at the trade deadline. We have a guy that traded for Donovan Peoples-Jones when we obviously didn't need Donovan Peoples-Jones. So I have some grievances, man. And any Lions fan, this is just my opinion, should never, ever settle for anything but greatness every single year. Every single year. Back in 2023, it's funny to me because a lot of people in the comment section, a lot of people were saying, what was the number one thing that you said in 2023? When we go 12-5, we win our first playoff game, we beat Matthew Stafford. We win our second playoff game, we beat Baker Mayfield. We go to the NFC Championship game. How many of y'all thought we was going to win that game? I did not think we were going to lose it. I went or win it. I didn't think we were going to win that game. San Francisco, I was like, they were playing lights out. They had the number 1 seed. I'm like, I think they were 13-3 that year, whatever they were. I'm like, man, we're playing in their house. I'm just happy to be here. We're sitting there up 17 points at the half. I cannot believe it. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm sitting at halftime, and I'm like, I'm hearing people celebrate I'm hearing them celebrate. They're getting, cheese fries. They're getting their beers, man, prepping for the third quarter. I hear them celebrating, and I'm saying to myself, not yet. I literally heard people planning to go to the Super Bowl. I'm even guilty of it myself. I look down, and I'm like, man, I don't have no money. I don't have enough money to go to the Super Bowl, but how much would it be to just be in a space? How much would a flight be? I was guilty of it myself. I looked down, I'm like, nah, let me focus on the game. That's where my passion comes from. Decades of not reaching the goal that everybody is reaching. Not reaching the goal that we are supposed. That's what Brad Holmes was brought here to do. Dan Campbell, Jared Goff. That's why Matthew Stafford wanted to get out of here. Because we weren't going further. So that's my grievance. That's why I am the type of fan that I am. Because until we get one, I'm demanding of everything. Maybe I'll be less demanding after we win our first one. In the meantime, I'm going to keep being this type of way. Let me know what kind of way are you in the comments below.